In a dusty little corner of Enugu, where Sundays smelled like jollof and transistor radios hummed old high-life songs, lived a girl named Kamsi. She wasn't the loudest. She wasn't the richest. But she was the kind of girl who gave her heart slowly and fully. Kamsi had only ever loved one person. Somto. They had grown up like cousins, their mothers were best friends, and their childhood was full of spilled zobo and shared textbooks. He used to chase her with balloons. She used to steal his chin-chin. By the time they entered university, it was more than friendship. It was intention. He bought her meat pie. She washed his socks. They were planning, in small ways, for a future only they could see. And then Nneka arrived. Nneka was Kamsi's new roommate. Everything Kamsi wasn't: loud, beautiful in an Instagram-filtered kind of way, confident like someone who had never been told no. At first, they bonded. Nneka laughed at Kamsi's jokes, shared her indomie, even called Somto Abu. But slowly, she started watching. Watching the way Somto smiled when Kamsi walked into a room. Watching how he never looked at anyone else, not even her. And Nneka didn't like that. Not because she loved him, but because she couldn't stand not being chosen. One rainy night during exam season, Kamsi collapsed from stress and hunger. Somto, panicked, carried her on his back to the campus clinic. While he stayed by her bedside, Nneka stayed behind. And that's when she did it. She opened Kamsi's phone, blocked Somto's number, deleted their chats, and sent a single message from Kamsi. "I think we need space. I'm not sure this is love." By the time Kamsi recovered, Somto was gone. He didn't show up anymore. Didn't text. Didn't even ask if she survived. And she, not knowing what happened, told herself, maybe love is never enough. She didn't beg. She didn't chase. She just faded. But what Kamsi did do was write a letter. She didn't know if it was for him or for herself. Somto. If you ever wonder why I stopped fighting, I didn't. I just didn't know you had already left. I would have married you with your flaws, with debts, with no car. But I thought you gave up on me. Maybe I was just easy to forget. She folded the letter, tucked it inside her old biology textbook, and never sent it. Years passed. Nneka graduated and married a rich man. She posted quotes about self-worth and God did the captions. Kamsi moved to Abuja. Worked in a hotel. Smiled through loneliness. And every night, when she saw couples laughing in the lobby, she'd wonder, was I not enough? Then one afternoon, life spun back. Somto walked into her hotel, older, tired-looking, but still carrying the same quiet charm. They stared at each other like strangers trying to remember a dream. Kamsi, he said, like her name had been stuck in his throat for years. They sat. Talked. Ate. He never asked why she left. But he did say, "You were the only one who ever loved me without asking for anything." She smiled, not out of happiness, but from closure. That night, Kamsi went home. Opened her old biology textbook. Found the letter. And finally, burned it. But fate wasn't finished yet. Months later, she got an invite. Nneka's baby dedication. She went. Because sometimes, peace means showing up even when your heart stumbles. As the choir sang, Kamsi saw him. Somto. Holding the baby. The same baby that smiled, like him. Nneka walked past. Her eyes said everything her mouth never would. And Kamsi. She didn't scream. She didn't ask questions. He just whispered, "Peace," and walked away. Thought balloon moral. Not every silence is weakness. Sometimes, It's the loudest form of healing.